Here I am at the Hermitage Hotel in Nashville. I don't know, I feel energy here. It's just a little bit subdued at the moment, but I know if I connect deeper, I will feel even more. So I'm going to start. Allow me to open the Akashic Records of the Hermitage Hotel and the people or spirit. They're creating this energy around me to happy dance around again. It feels really good. The power is saying that they're challenging me to speak up quickly about what's going on because there's feeling that the energies here is going to be a little bit aren't energetically off or something, or careful here, just a little bit daring, shall we say. And I want to talk about the power that I have here to share some time to talk with them, and they want to talk about one thing in particular. The energy here is actually more about the power that was here, the power of people coming together for a connection of happy dancing and happiness and supporting one another and creating this energy around all of them together in this unison and being so supportive of one another. And their tempers were flaring for the negative, for having to change or evolve or shift people's mindset to be more powerful and preferring to say, connecting to simply saying we were here, we had time to fill the energy with the power of all of us together. It's imperative that you speak about that, Nancy. The power of the people together, the power of the people together. They're not letting me get off that. The power of the people together was insensitive. There was insensitivity or something about people without the world. They had to live within this world that was difficult, and triumphant energy was coming together and bring one another together with this power. There's talk about the power that they were sweeping up or bringing into this challenge, and it was as if they were creating this demographic of people who knew they had to say something and speak up, and that was the triumphant energy that was shared within these walls of these people, with more than anybody could imagine. The power that they felt was transformative energy together, all together now. They're saying there's a woman here in the lead. She's totally different than you might expect. She was hardworking, had this place where she spoke out and didn't care like give a hoot or a rat's ass like about what people thought of her. She was I'm getting like, if you ever saw Titanic, like the Kathy Bates character, Molly Brown, she just had that unspeakable energy of saying who she was, what she was about, and didn't care. We're just rejoicing and saying that she was different than others because she's scared the scaredy cats, or there were scaredy cats, but she wasn't embarrassed at all to say what she felt, and had that ability to just stake her claim and say this was needed to be done in the way that it was. There were times when there were people feeling work ethic, obviously. They were determined, striving to be better and striving to make a generation better than they were. I don't know what she's talking about or who this woman is, but it's almost as if she's bringing this talent to herself and saying we are doing what we need to bring people together at this time. And she's wanting to stop talking about that, Nancy. We want me to bring something else to the claim. Time to talk about that later, but there's a woman here who said this, I'm feeling it in my head in the top left corner. She's talking about this challenge that she had in her mind to bring light to something, and she's talking about a work ethic that she had. She was a hardworking woman, would do anything for anybody, but was taught to herself a little bit too much. She would say to herself she could create this power of speaking up and talking about things and wanting to be better than she was. I wish there was somebody here who could like ask questions and I could answer, but there's I'm getting chills. Handsome fellow, look at him over there trying to talk with other people. Yeah, and there's a little group talking near some photographs. I don't know if he's a tour guide or something with his paraphrasing. He's a resident here who speaks about the life and times of people who lived here. Easy to talk with him about this, Nancy. He would be open to hearing what you have to say. I don't think so. I think he's here on a vacation with people, but maybe not. I get a lot of energy in my head. People want to talk with him about this place, and he's open ears about it. He's hardworking too. He's got a funny, happy dance of happiness, walking up to people and talking with them about the place here, and he's talking with them about this place. You're going to feel the energy pulling you into this dark energy here. Nancy, please stay out of that and keep into the negative as little as possible. They're wanting to talk about a childish character here, a little girl who is really powerful, and who she was having this time with her family was really beautiful about that. And she's card taking this place for herself, just making sure she's powerful in the way that she speaks about it. A little girl, like a tiny little girl with a little fairy-like energy, and she brings herself to this place with energy of lightness and happiness together. There's a little fellow here too, a guardian angel who keeps his place talking about this place with his sense of humor here, Nancy. He's talking about a paranormal thing that happens here. There's a challenge of the people here who see this happen, and they're not so sure. There's a lady talking about this place. I'm getting chills as I say that. There's a lady here who keeps it to herself in her room. Maybe she's the one who we spoke about last night, but she's kind of just walking the halls and doesn't do much at all, but just says there's people talking about her. She's okay with that, but letting her know her story is more different than you see the energy, like the guy talk about or something. It's just feeling like her is more. The people here would talk about that with you, Nancy, but she's a guardian angel here now because she keeps to herself, but lets people know she's really here in the time now. So what is something specific that someone wants to share about this place? 12 is a lucky number or something, like 1812 or something 12. It's challenging you to speak up about the work involved with willing to talk about this place, and there's one woman here who wants to speak about it. She's attacking about the fallacy with her story, and it's hard to hear that repeatedly said often all the time. He wasn't a guard. He wasn't a guide related to her. He was somebody different, and was somebody just not the way that they talk about it is different than it really happened, and it's hard to hear that story repeated night after night. There was something hard about that story. To talk about it is hard, but there's a way that we can talk about it later and know that it wasn't for that energy. I just feel a lot of energy in my head here. Okay, so the question is, what stories and memories are still alive and well in this hotel? And what do they want to share with me today? Every day we speak about the power of people who create this energy here and talking about their light happening within themselves. They're speaking about the people who want to talk about their work here. They were working here on something, impressing upon us that you need to speak up and speak out about what's happening in the world today. And they're sharing this energy with me and this lightheartedness to say, we got you back. We got your back, and we're just bringing this lightheartedness to each other today. A walk in the park is needed for you to relax and allow this energy to dissipate. But there's more than you can tell about people who've really just walked these halls and brought their power within this energy here. They're talking about someone who would know more about this, but he's working now. But talk with them about this power that you feel within this energy here. And they want to speak about a handsome fellow who lived here at a lot of time. He would come and stay here for long walks of time or long periods of time, and he would talk about this place in the way that it felt upon his shoulders when he was here. He really did not talk about it much outside of this place. That's no help at me at all, but it's almost as if there was a Davy Crockett energy. He says there's a Davy Crockett energy with him. He was a hardworking man who really just found his way here to talk about the power within the walls and this powerful generosity that he felt with people giving their hard time to one another within here. I'm feeling a stabbing in my chest at this moment, and it almost feels like it's going to the back. He would talk about this terrible thing that happened here was a target of energy within him, and he wasn't different than anyone else, but he spoke his piece, had this energy within him, talking about his life and his times. He was discouraged by the power that felled him. I don't know if he was killed here or nearby, but it was almost as if, yes, he was harmed in this location at this time. What does he want to share? He was had a work ethic. He was discouraged by his powerful energy of someone who spoke out and talked with him but didn't get his chance to speak his piece either. He was in just like a discussion or a hard work time talking with somebody about something here. Fell to his knees, something like he fell to his knees. He was brought to his end and didn't get a chance to speak up about life in the way that he wanted to share things. Talking about this will be the day that I die. Bye Bye Miss American Pie songs coming through. And I'm feeling emotional and getting chills. Something about he stood his ground, but let the power that challenged him to feel like they were successful, even though he knew he was like having the upper hand. He spoke about that. He talked about how he had the upper hand. He had the energy about that to speak his mind, but in a way that made other people take notice and taking charge. I know Davy Crockett, something Joe mentioned last night about him. I don't know what he has to do with this area, but I'm getting chills on that topic and looking at this beautiful stained glass on the ceiling. Something about it. I don't know. How did the politicians, the people who visited here, leave an imprint on the collective records of freedom, choice, and change? What did they want us to know? There were people here who powered, and the power of who they were was intense. Almost as if we're challenged to find our way, to find the forefront of ideas and thinking, in the sense that we were challenged in who we were to be about powerful people and change. We're talking about this with you because there's women here who want to speak up, and there's times to speak up now. They're talking about this way that people found their way to talk with one another here in the halls, and there was a generosity that they felt in giving what they could as much as they could. Here we are today in this place, and I'm getting chills, with people who found their way saying that they want to speak up. Now is the time. Now is the time for change and helping one another speak up about things. They're talking about this taffeta dress that this woman wore was a powerful, like a powerful statement that she wore this gown that was creased at the folds, but challenged us to speak about it. I don't know what color it was, but it was a really magnificent, like emerald green, or I don't know, it's conflicting. I'm getting like emerald green that I want to say, but challenged us to speak about the powerful emerald green color of it, and it was almost as if she was gliding on air as she walked the halls of here. She was so much talent in her way, and I know that there was a lady in a blue dress, but this is different. She's not that woman. She's somebody different who was more, in case you didn't know, really challenged others in their thinking, and was somebody who was proud of who she was, never said she wasn't proud of that. He's talking about the power that you have as well. Just sharing this information is going to assist them in getting people to speak up and hear what needs to be said. I'm just getting a lot of energy right now around me. I can't even explain it. It's almost engulfing me in the energy that I'm feeling right here. Personal message or guidance is available to me when I align with the energy of resilience and transformation held in this place. Every single person here needs to talk with you. There's not enough time, but they're challenging you to be connected to who you are as a person and speaking the word of truth and honor of people who've lived here. And they're saying to us to keep support of one another at this time, even in yourself. Saying support is needed within yourself to create this energy of how can I be of service to spirit, and speaking up about what happened here is an important step in the progression of life. And they're talking about people who want to be speaking about this life in times of someone here, and the where we have been and where we're going from now is instead of saying we're challenging you, we're speaking to you to speak up and speak out about what has happened in this place and where we want to continue forward motion and all of the energy that we built upon the shoulders of others who've connected here. And they're talking about this work ethic that others have had, and systematically moving in this direction without talking down to anyone, but speaking around people and talking about what has made them as much as better than has bettered them as individuals and groups together as much as we can. We're saying this to you, Nancy. Okay, so what's a quote that I can use or something? It's easy to see the power when we connect with one another, to tell others. The challenge is to speak round up aren't dissolved by death. It's insistent upon you to see this as much as we can, that we're so entangled in a web that creates energy with one another. If we feel the power connecting dust to the earth and the land and the people, even though death has ended our physical form, our connections have a lasting impact on those in the generations and connections that we feel surrounding us each and every time we speak up. Let go of the fear, speak into the power that you feel, and say that we are together in this generosity energy together all the time. This is just Nancy saying that I feel the energy so intense. It's like in my hands even, and it's almost as it's just kind of feeling this energy is really in this place where I am at this moment.